All right, so I've been going back through my glut of old historic decks that we have played in the past and looking for ones that had been reasonable before. And this one had actually been very reasonable the last time Control was really popular in Historic. So I'm hoping this can be good against the Lotus Field decks. It was strong against like the Memory Lapse decks when that was legal, but the Lotus Field decks have like this ramp angle to them, so they could be a little bit different. But we're a proactive blue-red deck. We've got Chandler and Pyromancer and Brazen Borrower as pressure. We got some Archmages, Charm as Disruption. We've got Expressive Iteration to kind of tie the room together. We've got Shark Typhoon and Chandra's extra tops threat / card advantage at the top end of the curve. So let's pop out into some games and see how this goes. Is Lotus Field really popular? It is, yeah. So the 4-color one we played is a little bit off meta, but the archetype as a whole is definitely... I'm going to put some slow lands in here real quick. I forgot we got those since the last time we played this. But yeah, according to Untapped metrics, the Lotus Field deck is the most popular deck in the format at the moment, and it also has one of the highest win rates. Yeah, Strict Proctor not only enables Lotus Field, but it's a main deck hate card for a lot of the other non-control decks in the format. Thomas, thank you for the 28 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. For people asking about the HelloFresh promo, I saw some people asking, it is US, they are a US based company. It's a promo for US viewers. Witcher 3 is on sale for $10, and Horizon Zero Dawn is half off. They're both great if you have time to get through them. If you like games like that, those two together will occupy your gaming time for like the next 2 to 6 months, depending on how much of a completionist you are. I think this is probably a land. Oh, they do Canada as well. It's good to know. I'm gonna wait on this. Either Wild, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers, with thoughtfulness before action.
So obviously we'll need to kill this eventually, but I'm gonna go ahead and tap it with this because it gets rid of thing off of it. Okay, so we'll put Unholy Heat to hand. We'll go Library Exile. Root 2 cards that are set and play trash card, mood. Big mood. Alright, let's start by attacking Narset and see what they do. If they just let Narset die, we'll Expressive Iteration. If they kill Darcy, we'll Chandra.
I must train harder.
You may have gotten 3 games for $10, but I got 1/10 of a Ragavan for that, so who's the real winner? Whenever you put board games or whenever you put board games or other video games in the context of like what Magic costs, it's always so comical. And library exile. I expect a lot of this kind of deck the opponent's playing today. Historic has become a very control-centric format again. So even when you're not playing against things like the Jeskai Lotus Field deck that are currently some of the best decks of the format, you're still going to play against a lot of other people that are working in the same aspect that we are. And even us is, we're kind of controlling too if we have some threats. Oh, I can't bounce this until it's my turn. Yikes. Or until it's theirs. Let's do that, and then let's try and bounce this right away. MTG Melee contacted me about being a premier organizer for them. I assume they just reached out to people that have run events on their site consistently before. And the requirement was our event had to have an entry fee. I think it was like between $5 and $25. So everyone, you are correct that everybody got to decide their own entry fee. I'm gonna go ahead and heat here to try and keep this alive.
My lucky day.
Yeah, I think there's some mid-range decks in this format that are fine. Like, we played Green-Black mid-range the other day, and it was reasonable. This deck that we're currently playing is a little bit on the controlling axis of the controlling slant of mid-range, but are a lot of the other TOs that have put up qualifier events for C charging a larger entry fee? I haven't actually looked at what people are charging. Reggie, thanks for the sub gifties. It's very generous of you. Happy Thursday. Is it crazy to, yeah, probably. If they do this, I think I'm gonna start. So let's start with drawing a card and see what we get. Well, thank you for your generosity. They can make a Shark Typhoon token for one here. Oh, I would love an iteration. No, don't tap my Den of the Bugbear. Don't do that. I want my draw 2 to draw another 2. I need to play the untapped land. So I can't take 2 spells here because I think we're taking the iteration. So I need to play an untapped land to try and attack Narset with the Den of the Bugbear. I think is a play I would like to make. I'm excited for both William Jensen and Magic, honestly. Wizards is very fortunate to have someone like Jensen to help them plot out their organized play. So they'll get to draw another card with this Narset, but then she'll die, so that's good for us.
Fury will only lead you astray. Mighty warrior, hone your
What's the exact job? I mean, I don't know that anybody knows exactly what it is, but the loose description is he's in charge of organized play stuff. Honestly, I think I just fire up the Den of the Bugbear and attack. Tour guide, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, you got a 1/1. I don't think there's any reason to play a spell out into this when they're likely to have to take this line based on their life total. Do I just lantern their graveyard here? I think I do, right? There's no reason to give them a chance to memory and get back in the game. Like, obviously it gives us 7 cards as well, but them popping that off is their chance to get back in. What a weird card to have in their deck. Shit. They were secretly a fish deck the entire time. Something like that. Yikes. Hand. Library. Exile. Socio Penguin, thank you for the tier 3 and for the 41 months. That's a prime number. Welcome back. Thing draws them cards every turn. I'm just gonna pass and make a big Shark Typhoon token here. Definitely not a hard cast angle. That is correct, Socio. Do I actually just let this happen and then like end step make an 8/8? Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. I'm just gonna take 3 and then end step make it 8/8. Because this way it doesn't die to things like Extinction Event or other sorcery speed removal, because this is lethal. And obviously Archmage's Charm is a disaster here. You'll 7 card types for that. Okay. Happy soon to be New Year, Verpsy. Thanks for the 31. I will be live for my normal stream segment tomorrow, for what it's worth. Then I plan to take Saturday, Sunday off, like I usually do. Just casually enough mana to activate both creature lands. Are you dead yet? TZH, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. I think our deck is good in these control mirrors for what it's worth. I pulled this deck back out because I was looking through my old deck list, and this one was good when control was popular. I like the mana base too, right? We got like 26 lands, but 3 of them attack and 4 of them cycle, which is nice. How many disputes do I want in this matchup? I have a good number of blue cards, right? Fry's probably good for their fried fish sounds good. How many Unholy Heats do I want in my in my 60. Probably not a ton. Yeah, I think like 2, right? I think I want some disputes. Let's do this. Shark Typhoon being a Delirium enabler is also really nice. Almost a toddler. Thank you for the 23 months, Wiki. Welcome back. Hey, Seth. Congrats on your little one. Christy was actually scheduled to be induced with Haley in a given time frame, and then her water broke like 12 hours before we were supposed to go into the hospital. Sometimes they make their own plans. And when they're a year and a half like Haley is now, they constantly make their own plans despite what you would like. They call them the terrible twos for a reason, chat. Like 15 to 16 months when they finally start walking until like 4 is probably the most difficult age children go through, in my opinion. Well, so it does cut both ways, Rob. If your kid's born after the new year, you use your deductible for the new year instead of the old one, but you also don't get the tax break if it comes after the new year. Climbing before 1 is super early. Yeah, Haley was walking about 10 months. She wasn't quite climbing, though. Came a little later. This is a card where you know this format is super inbred. That is not a card that is playable in a not control infested format. I don't know that it's something we can't overcome, but definitely a sign of what the format is in its current state. I mean, and for what it's worth, I don't even think this is a bad inclusion in the current format. Like, the format is very control heavy. This is an excellent card for grinding card advantage. What's led to control's dominance? Just the format. Oh, this actually works out well because they counter this, and now I get to soul guide their Siphon Insight. Just the format becoming more stabilized to allow it to be optimized. It always takes time for control decks to get figured out if they're going to be playable. Thanks for the quarter of a year, Buppo. Welcome back. Yo.
I'm the best fires. Yup, you're going down.
You a bad guy for missing this and being good? I don't think so. Their Hive of the Eye Tyrant gets to pressure Chandra here a little bit, which is annoying. That is quite the combo deck from our opponent here, huh? I think both these cards are good individually for what it's worth. Playing them together is certainly a choice, though. Maybe they're just two great flavors that even though they don't taste great together, you just like want them both individually. I could see that.
Past, present, and future. Keep an open mind.
Hey, Boston, thank you for the 2.5 years, and thank you for the very generous tier 3. Welcome back. Okay, so I'm going face with this because they drew another Narset, which means even if I tap this, they're going to get to like have another one to play. I don't think Thought Distortion is terrible in Historic at the moment. Chandra is very good in general. Enough!
I was not prepared for this.
I think I just do this. I'm gonna do this before I decide what to do with Chandra.
Yup, you're going down.
This pressuring their life total has a lot of value here too. I'm gonna Mystic Dispute here because I can't Mystic Dispute a Black Sweeper. So if Narset finds a Black Sweeper, I need them to not be able to get it. Or not be able to cast it. Yeah, good stuff. Honestly, like, just good example of why our deck excels into other control decks. Just like our diversity of threats between our creature lands, our planeswalkers, the Shark Typhoons, Darcy. We hit on a lot of axes. Like the fact that our opponent's control decks have to like keep creature removal in post board is a big deal. Yes, yeah, both Dispute and Unholy Heat are good in the mirror as well. Honestly, like, this deck is very similar to the Giants deck in that, like, it's kind of a testament to the fact that if you play Unholy Heat Expressive Iteration and, like, other mostly reasonable Magic cards, you can kind of just do whatever you want. I have a next deck lined up, kinda. Not really though. I have some decks that I loosely picked out, but we don't have any deck submissions at the moment, if that's what you're asking. We're chilling on the Pyromancer until we can actually generate some card advantage with it. What's going on, Goomis? Happy to have been able to do that. Yes, yeah, it's another good thing. Like most good decks in Historic, our deck has a graveyard axis, but we're not all in on that facet of the deck. Okay, and I think here I just send the squirrel back from whence it came so I can deploy Chandra onto an empty board. Although maybe I'm supposed to just kill the squirrel because they sacrifice 3 things to only be a 4/4. Could have been right, just like deploy Brazen Borrower and then untap and minus there. So now they're likely to grow it out of 4/4 size, right? Do I want to build Panza? No, not even a little. I don't think any of Magic's formats are in a space that's particularly kind to like building weird brews at the moment. I'm not taking super off meta decks. Or if we are playing off meta, they're gonna be something like this deck that I'm currently playing where the core of cards you're playing is good. Oh, is this thing actually gonna die? Everything went better than expected. Storm Herald might be one we actually get back to, Dwight. That deck's got like a good quality proactive game plan. Pajukalin, thank you for the 31 months. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning.
This'll be easy.
Okay, Archmage's Charm is nice. Do I want Soul Guide Lantern or Darcy as my 1-drop I'm playing? I think I want Darcy because she's a blocker. So Library Exile. I don't know that Chandra is better than usual in this shell, and she's just like good here, like she's good everywhere. Dispute is just such a gross card with Squirrel. Give it +2/+2. I'd really like to sit down and have a conversation with the person who thought putting this card into this format was a good idea. Like, how does that meeting go? All right, I've got an idea. What if we give what's likely one of the best decks in the format an insane one-drop?
We're done here.
Like, who signs off on that? Like, who's like, yeah, that's what we should do? There's infinite different things we could do to make the format different. Let's make one of the best decks get a busted card. Although I suppose that person also put Archmage's Charm into this format when Control was already really good.
Oh, that's nasty.
They had a few instances of that. Yeah, it'd probably just get outgrown from here by the Trail of Crumbs.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Punished for not playing my land first. Definitely should have. You kill the goose, otherwise it makes the food extra cheap to use with this. My goal for the Hooglandia Open on the 8th is to have as little control and food on coverage as possible. That being said, with this event being more competitively slanted with the set championship invite, there's a good chance that's just not possible to do. So we'll do our best, but I'd wager we'll have more of this than we normally would. Like, they're still just at like 24, right? They're at 24 and they have 9 health sitting in play. So like, I'm not in a bad spot. We're just like also nowhere close to winning the game.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
And Library Exile. If we draw a Planner, Cleansing will be less behind. Accurate. Okay, Chandler's actually not a bad pickup here. Chandler's like a real amount of pressure here in the air. So it means that if they just keep sitting here tire spinning, we have a chance to like actually hammer their life total while they spin. The problem is they're eventually going to draw a second Meat Hook Massacre, and then my pressure in play just disappears. And by draw, I mean they look at 4 extra cards multiple times per turn. Yeah, they just have it already. This card is a big part of what's made creature decks feel really bad to play in all of Magic Arena's constructed formats at the moment. Just super pushed effect. We're definitely hardcasting this. The thing I'm thinking about is, do we plus for mana and then play second Chandra? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, we have to just like put an immense amount of pressure on here, right? And like they're playing Luris, so we know there's no bindings in their deck. Yeah, but Spear, they can't draw with Trail of Crumbs. Okay, and then we probably could never beat this cat, right?
I know. I am. Yup. You're going.
We'd have like a pretty good series of hits here to put a ton of sharks into play. But this cat hits us for 2 every loop, right? And there's a backup meat hook should they actually get behind to sharks on board? Yeah, I mean, this game's just over. I'm gonna stop taking game actions. I mean, I'm actually just gonna concede. I really can't even put into words how little fun that game of Magic was. Like, we did a bunch of stuff and just none of it fucking mattered. There was actual zero counterplay. We had no way to be interactive meaningfully with their things. This land looking better than Sulphur Falls. I split these two. Honestly, it might be right to just cut all the Sulphur Falls and play 4 of these. These are probably untapped more consistently. Sulphur Falls is better on like exactly turn 2 and that's it. Dismal, thanks for the third of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. I'll take a Chandra against a control deck. I think cat can be fixed only by one turn. I think there's about 800 different ways you could rebalance cat oven. So there's no instant in my bin yet, or creature. So if I cast Chandra, and Chandra hits, Chandra hits creature, enchantment, or planeswalker, we can Unholy Heat kill this with the 2 Unholy Heats. I think I'm gonna start there. I think I'd rather have high loyalty Chandra here than an Unholy Heat in hand. They could obviously have a way to, like, just exile her with, like, a Vraska's Contempt or something, but if I put Chandra to 1, their Hive just kills it.
I don't need this.
Cool. Cool. Oh my god. That even got rid of our Delirium because they exiled our Chandra as well. What a beating. Okay, so that... I'm gonna hard guess this. And if they counter it, we can kill this with Unholy Heat. But if they don't counter it, it's good for us, so... So 26 months, Woolmaster. Welcome back. Is the blue-black deck that we played against with the 3/4 Merfolk an established deck? It's like that with this God Eternal Kefnet a thing people have been playing? Hey, nice. Thanks for checking out the sponsor, Slayer. Honestly, I think after seeing the box of stuff Christy and I got, we're probably going to sign up for some ourselves. It's actually just super convenient. Please just die to this wall. Got me. Remember, they keep getting this back, but it's not like it's just going right back to their hand. They have to keep redrawing it. So, like, it costs them a card every time they do this. Like, it's still technically card advantage to be hitting them with this and making them chump. So, like, they're not generating card advantage while we sit here and make them jump block, so... Okay, and they could have a Fatal Push here to get through the ward. Kill you? Question mark? Disputes, a fry, click submit. There aren't any cards our deck can really play to make the food matchup meaningfully better, right? Like, I guess we could play Cage, but they have a lot of counterplay to that. Like, our deck can't interact with enchantments. I guess we could play more ways to kill Oven. But even without Oven, I don't think we were beating that last opponent because of all the card advantage Trail was providing. We can play something kind of narrow and bad like Ratchet Bomb, I guess. Doesn't necessarily seem great. By the way, for channel regulars who tend to play in our upcoming Open Series event, I know you can usually wait till the last minute to sign up, but if you know you're going to be playing in this one, you should sign up sooner rather than later. We have over 40 signups already last I checked. And I think with the set championship invite, there's a very realistic chance that we cap this tournament at our 256 player cap. So signups are open on Melee now. We'll take that counterspell so we can deploy this Chandra.
It's my turn. Oh, today's my lucky day.
Kinda gotta decide what axis I want to fight this game on. I think it's the beating them down axis. I'm gonna discard these two Archmage's Charm and keep my threats.
This'll be easy.
Who's casting the open? Jim Davis will be joining me as usual, and Brad Nelson will be our special guest commentator this time. Joining us for a couple of rounds in the middle, like Cedric did last time. Thanks for the half a year, Griffin. Brad is great. Excited to have a chance to work with him. So, rather than push 2 points of damage here, I'm going to plus Chandra for mana and iteration, because I haven't played a land yet for the turn. Nice. Yeah, backup Chandra sounds good. Library. I love another creature land here. Yeah, they need to answer Chandra this turn. Otherwise, they lose the game. Do you have your Baleful Mastery, opponent? That's, you know, like, she does so much, chat, and then she eventually just says win the game when she gets to 7, so.
Whatever. Figure it out on your own.
Whatever. Trade. Feels like an Archmage's Charm, huh? Let's not play into it. I believe sub mode is on. Thought I toggled it this morning. Get that, chat. Sniffed it out. Yeah, sub mode's on. So 25 months, Zingzel. Welcome back. This deck that I'm playing is like the most creature-based thing I could find that was okay, chat. It's like a sneaky amount of creatures. Okay, so now we smack them to 1 with this. I guess I could have a Shark Typhoon. And putting them to 1 has a lot of value because it makes all these Seasoned Pyromancer tokens lethal. Look at us just masterfully playing around these Archmage's Charms. Nice magic card. And now we take the pass, and we can end step make 2 friends. And then they gotta answer our friends, and then answer Chandra. There's a lot of we're putting the pressure on them from a lot of different angles now. Is the goal. So, like, beat these tokens, beat this Chandra plus Mystic Dispute. Opponent's got to tick a lot of boxes to have a shot here. Fuck. Oh, they should be dead, right? So we dispute this. They pay for it. Even if they have Fatal Push, we get to Brazen Borrower, bounce their thing. Have your Gearhulk back, because I'm a giver. Cling to Dust saves them. They do not have it. Can we just, like, take a second to appreciate how god-awful fucking greedy this blue-black deck is, chat? Like, look at all of these slow, clunky cards for this control format. We've got Go Blanks and Beholds, and they've got Dismiss and Torrential. Like, look at all of the, and there's really isn't like the best way to beat this is to do something like we're doing, which is like join the slugfest, right? I mean, I don't think our deck is explicitly only good against control. I think it is explicitly bad against the food deck, but I think our deck's pretty reasonable into the creature decks in the format too. Like we have Unholy Heat and Abrades and Chandras and a lot of good cheap interaction out of the sideboard too. I think this deck's really good against all of the non-food decks in the format. The HelloFresh code does work in Canada. Sick. Good to know. Maybe I'm supposed to keep that land because it guarantees the Chandra. Because I'm exiling it anyways, right? Hey, look, another blue-black opponent. We've actually played against blue-black control 3 out of 4 matches. We're 2-0 against it so far, so I don't know that I'm that upset about it, but all I'm saying is the pairing algorithm is out to get us, chat. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, discard-based control tends to be good against things like Jeskai and blue-white. We played against green-black food in the middle, which I conceded to. Because I'd much rather play against blue-black than the food deck, chat. By a pretty significant margin. I'm just gonna let this happen to trade with my thing, because I want to play Chandra here while they're tapped out.
tough guy. This will be easy.
The effective 16 free meals on the HelloFresh thing is you get discounts. I think it's on your first 5 weeks worth of things. But if you do all 5 weeks worth, it's effectively getting 16 meals for free. It shows you the discount that's applied when you go to checkout, when you use the link. Yeah, this must be a thing, right? Because, like, this is like the second blue-black Sea and Sky deck we've played against today. I'm gonna cycle this to start and see what we draw, I think. Depending on what we hit, we could hit Delirium to kill this. Yeah, and that actually does it. So let's cycle this land to hit Delirium. And then, perfect, we could shock, well, so, nah, I'm not gonna shock that, actually. I'm gonna make mana here, and then Unholy Heat, and then we can play Den of the Bugbear, tapped. So we can start attacking with this next turn if we want. It doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of people. This type of deck is exactly the pile of greedy bullshit Magic players like trying to play. So they don't tend to need a lot of justification for somebody else telling them that.
I wonder if you're brave enough. The shadows awaken.
This is a -3. So I can plus for mana. They were really greedy to not just bounce my Chandra this turn. Because now I get to kill this. I get to fire up Den of the Bugbear. I get to put this to 2. Thanks for the 3.5 years, Carmenova. Welcome back. Hey, you have a way to answer Chandra, or are you dead?
Terror lurks among us.
These matches have kind of been a clinic in why Chandra is not so in the control matchups. I suppose we could alt. I was just about to say, I suppose we could alt the Chandra and then never draw another spell. It's very possible based on how skill-based Magic the Gathering is. Tiger, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning.
Pick with thoughtfulness before action.
Okie doke. Smells like Chandra emblem to me. I mean, they probably don't have an answer to her, chat. Like, we put Ashiok to 2 because they got greedy. Alright, one expressive iteration off the top, please. Thanks for the free 2 points, opponent. Alright. Well, there's the start of never drawing a spell. God, I don't know that my body is ready to lose this game, chat. I don't know that I'm emotionally prepared to not win this game of Magic the Gathering. I don't know if I can handle it. It might destroy me as a human being. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's coming, chat. Oh no. They say he's got to go. Go, go, Magiczilla.
are given form.
They're gonna exile 2 spells and we're gonna draw a land. Oh no! Oh no! Why would you do this to us, chat? Why would you put that mojo on me? What did I ever do to you? Alright, nobody panic. Nobody panic. I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest Thoughtseize was the only card they could take out of that Azcanta.
The shadows awaken.
36% to draw a land. Well, this is getting Archmage charmed. And then we're hoping we hit the 63% to draw. Why haven't they fired up Paul yet? Because they wanted to hold up Archmage's charm to counter my spell. Which, to be fair, if they had fired up the Hall, we probably would have killed them with Expressive Iteration this turn, right? Okay, we're 2/3. I lose coin flips professionally, chat. 2/3 to win the game next turn. Two lands exiled. Land spell exiled. We are 68%, chat. We gained 5% off of those spells. Come on. Come on, hit me, dealer. I've been such a good boy this year, Santa. Don't do it. Come on, hit me. One spell. Any spell. Puppy! Alright, I'm gonna make them feel like they can win. I'm gonna pass the turn here. Just in case there's like a random fucking stifle in their deck, chat. They're a psychotic blue-black control player. Anything is in their range. I'm playing around the stifle. They have the cling to dust this time, chat. They have the cling to dust, chat. It gains them 6. That being said, we get to draw a card with this, and then we get to draw another card for the turn. And they are tapped out. So we get 2 shots. We're 67% to draw a spell here. And then we get another 65-ish% next year. They can't attack with their creature land for lethal now. And they can't Thoughtseize me. And if they have untapped land for another cling. Yeah, this has to have a permanent in play for me for them to exile a card from my hand. Alright. Alright. It's good to know that even though Magic changes a lot as new cards are added, some things like Chandra Emblem is unbeatable for the control deck stays the same. This is the way we cast the spell, cast the spell, cast the spell. This is the way we cast the spell. Do, 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 do. Hey, Fish Lamb, thanks for the over 3 years. I'm not super big on the Star Wars IP. And even when I do watch it on occasion, I'm more a fan of the original series as opposed to the next generation stuff. After we finish this deck, like another 45 minutes, Christy's gonna bring down and we're gonna spend a couple of minutes actually unboxing a couple of the HelloFresh meals on stream to show off exactly what you get and what it comes in. And then Christy has offered to prep those meals. One of them, we got one meaty meal for her and one vegetarian meal for me. So we get to show off some food and then a short break while we play more Magic, and then I get to eat some food. How long have I been a vegetarian for? Almost 14 years. The logistics of a cooking stream are difficult, and the popularity of said cooking streams also tends to be low. Corwan, thanks for the 18 months. Welcome back. I also haven't looked inside of what they sent me yet. So they send it to you in a box with the refrigerated stuff and ice packs in it to keep it cool during transit. And I did take the brown paper bags with the meals labeled in them out of that box and put them into my fridge when they got here yesterday. We're gonna open the brown paper bags together on stream for the first time. I have not seen the contents of them yet. Jeff will do anything for the right price. That's not exactly true. Crypto companies have offered me pretty giant piles of money at this point, and I still tell them to fuck off. Listen, chat, I'll sell you all of the Raid Shadow Legends in the world, but even I have standards that don't extend to shilling crypto. I think I'm bidding this, huh? Nah, it's probably worth keeping. I'm gonna keep it. This is the unfortunate. Now, do I play the land this turn? Tapped. I missed the window to Unholy Heat this. But they only have one card in their bin. Yeah, that's fair. I'd probably do a crypto shill and break all of my morals for, like, life-changing amounts of money, but, like, no one's gonna offer me 7 figures to shill crypto stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. But they'll want to pay it out in crypto. Nope. Has to be actual money, not fun money. I shill crypto for 10K? Nah, probably not. I mean, like, for reference, like, I can't give you exact details because contracts are usually NDA'd because of capitalism bullshit, but, like, you know, predatory stuff like crypto, like, their typical offer for a channel my size is, like, you know, low to mid 4 figures. How how badly do I want this Darcy dead? I think the answer is like pretty badly. I think we're tapped land Unholy Heat this turn with Chandra plus Dispute next turn. Oh, wow. That's super unfortunate. This is like the one card they could have to... This is like the one card they could have to make this not possible, right? I guess we'll spend both of these here. This doesn't feel good. That's a good way to describe cryptocurrency, Danny. Crypto is a solution looking for a problem. It's a good way to put it. We're just going up. Put some pressure on their life total.
There is little as exquisite as the artistry of torment.
So, like, they can tempo my Chandra here and, like, get a card out of it. It's probably worse than just making it 2-3, though. Yeah, keeping their thing high. I think ult's at 7, right? Yeah, it's relatively quick. You gotta go up here, and I'm gonna play this land out so we can cast Shark Typhoon if we draw it.
Yup, you're going down.
Okay. Well, and like the funny thing is, Danny, like one of the things people tout about crypto all the time is that like it's decentralized in theory, but like there's a bunch of websites that have popped up that people manage their cryptocurrency through that has effectively made a lot of the crypto economy become centralized around those third-party sites. So like, yeah, in theory, like it can be decentralized, but in practice, it doesn't even end up that way because having it be decentralized is a pain in the fucking ass. That's why our currency is centralized to begin with.
Oh, now you're asking for it.
I'm gonna start by drawing a card, so if we spike a third Unholy Heat here, it's really good. That also works. So let's start with a down tick here. And then we'll fry here, and then these two can attack in here to stop Ashiok from ulting.
You're flammable.
All right, at any rate, let's move off of the crypto discussion for now. Remember, there's a lot of great channels in the subs Discord, and the crypto discussion goes into the one appropriately titled Capitalism Casino there. So if you'd like to talk about crypto, politics, life, food, magic, games, all sorts of stuff with other Hooglandians, it's a good spot to do that. With lots of great categories. This actually doesn't do anything with its ultimate just yet, so I guess I'm passing, huh? I mean, yeah, they're not gonna ult with just a Borrower in exile, though. And if they do, that's good for us. That being said, I think we're probably buried this game. Untapped is on. It wasn't on when I immediately started the stream, though. Might need to refresh to get it up. Yeah, honestly, I think we were in garbage time before they hit this, probably. Just gonna go ahead and pack it in. Take game 3 on the play. Ashiok showing off its power level there. Honestly, maybe I want these Unholy Heats. Lantern hasn't really done much here. I want the extra dispute, especially on the play. I hope you feel better soon, little Keenzy. Thanks for the 5 months. This is fine. It needs to draw some lands, obviously, but like we have a cantrip, we have cheap threats, we have a powerful piece of card advantage, we have an interactive spell, so good mix of stuff here. Yeah, people talking about their cards like Sea and Sky and the 4/5, the Kefnet, like, they kind of serve a similar purpose to our creature threats in this deck, right? Like, they kind of put your control opponents in this awkward spot where, like, they want to bring in a bunch of counter spells, but they also need to have enough stuff that plays the board to respect your creature threats, which has value. Thanks for the follow, Jorson. Welcome to the channel this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and just ditch this. Generate some velocity here with our cards. Try and get to 4 on curve for this. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. Do you have a counter spell? A counter spell? A counter spell? Do you have a counter spell? Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba da da dun da 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 dun da 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 dun do 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 do. Be gone, Narset. Nobody loves you. I'm actually gonna take the untapped land here Because in the event that my opponent goes like land Kefnet, I want to be able to Brazen Borrower it before we go back to my turn. They just paid 1 mana to discard a card, right? Right? It actually has no text against us? Maybe they thought we were Unlucky Phoenix. Yeah, possibly. No, it doesn't even stop the Seasoned Pyromancer activation. That's an activated ability, which this doesn't stop. Your draw 2 resolves. So long, Chandra. These Brazen Borrowers are going the distance. They're going for speed. They're all alone. And hopefully these Brazen Borrowers are swimmers, chat. Really hoping they can swim. Turns out only one of them can swim. The other one has drowned. Hey, Space, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. We can lose from here. Like, the opponent has 4 spells in their hand right now. And a Graph Digger's Cage, but, you know, 4 spells. Alright, more Kefnets, please. And, like, they knew about both these removal spells and concluded that Kefnet was their best play there, which that bodes really well for us. I'm gonna play this land out, and then we'll plus Chandra in case we hit Seasoned Pyromancer.
This'll be easy.
I'm such a powerful wizard, chat. Just actually a master. Results. Sweeper, no sweeping. Sweeper, no sweeping. Sweeper, no sweeping.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
It might be right to just deal 2 to them here. But also 2 magic cards. Don't at me. Gain control of the cage to show them who's boss. Alright, well, we're undefeated against shitty control decks, chat. You could say things are going exactly according to plan, because that is why I loaded this deck up this morning. I wanted to farm people playing control decks. Our deck is performing at expectations. All right, can we get 1 creature matchup so I can have a daily deck digest to highlight with this deck? I don't want to post a daily deck digest that's just me bodying Dimir twice. Opponent's deck was on Reddit yesterday claiming to go like 28-0 to get #1 in Mythic. Oh, Reddit. Yeah, those people on Reddit will buy anything, chat. It makes complete and total sense why we're playing against this deck a bunch. Scammed. Chat, I want to let you know something. Any deck can look good in screenshots and YouTube videos. It's actually one of the reasons why I shied away from, like, doing direct to YouTube edited content for so long, because I felt like it was kind of dishonest. Alright, sweet. Creature matchup. Let's do it. Our hand's not very good here, though. Like, I think if you watch through, like, the last 2 weeks worth of videos on the Daily Deck Digest, you'll watch me lose, like, 3 games of Magic. Every deck we put up there is a banger, chat. They're all perfect. I already have the Tomb Raider games, and free is too high of a price for me to use the Epic Game Launcher. Would it be okay to bounce the treasure there? If I bounce the treasure, they sacrifice it, and then I lose my Brazen Borrower. Go to the Join Discord role channel, Hefe. You can find all of the Discord roles there. The Runeterra one was missing for half a second. We fixed it. So it's there now. And welcome back. We won't be doing Runeterra today, but we'll be doing some Runeterra tomorrow. We're going to do this deck for another half hour or so. We're going to play a Brawl deck, and then we're going to do some Pokemon Unite today. Explain dishonest YouTube content for the uninitiated. You can edit out all of your losses. You just don't post any of the games where you get bodied. It's actually why I make a point. I make a point in my daily deck digest videos to, even if I don't show a bad matchup for particular decks, I try to call out which matchups aren't good, so that way people have a realistic expectation when they play the deck themselves. Tapped, Soul Guide Lantern, do this. Is there a Luris Soul Sister deck? There is not, because the point of playing the Soul Sisters deck these days is to play Squirrel Combo, and that locks you out of having access to Squirrel Combo. I'm doing this in response, so that way this gaining them a life with this doesn't give them a scry here. I messed that up last time. Well, you don't get locked out at Collected Company. Although your collected companies are significantly worse if you don't have 3 drops. That's actually a nice draw.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track. Time to die.
The funny thing is, I don't even know that we're ahead here. Like, we know they have 4 spells in their hand, and they're gaining so much life that even going up to 9 or 12 flying power, I'm not actually that far ahead of them, right?
It's a waste of my time.
I do get to cycle this next turn to hit Delirium. Maybe 12 flying power is enough here. Maybe. I could be dead next turn, right? Any creature means they're not dead, though? Hey, Yuri, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate the support. Welcome. Okay, so... what am I bouncing here? Is it Scurry Oak or is it Heliod? Yeah, I have to bounce Oak or Heliod. Which is it? I think it's Heliod, right? And then we just hope to draw an interactive spell. Oh my gosh, that gains them a life still. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited to see the end of Detroit 2. I don't think I've ever been this personally invested in the well-being of the characters in a game that I'm playing. It's actually kind of incredible. The boat scene during yesterday's playthrough segment might actually be the most intense video game series of scenes that I've ever played. What's up after Detroit? I haven't decided yet. This doesn't actually do anything, right? 'Cause it's not a creature. Yes, not casting creature spells there is key. All right, and so for the first time, we get to see our anti-creature sideboard plan. Got a bunch of removal spells to bring in here. Soul Guide Lantern comes out. Not trim here. Is it Shark Typhoon or Darcy? It's probably Shark Typhoon, huh? Although I guess this makes Darcy better. Actually, Chandra's probably not great here, huh? They just attack her down, and I bring in other cheap removal. Let's try this. Although I will say this, in Detroit yesterday, it was maybe got a little bit too realistic. The cop showed up to our peaceful protest and told us to disperse or they would start shooting, and we started dispersing and then they started shooting anyways. I don't know that I was ready for that necessarily. Well, Talia's annoying. Got 2 shots to spike a 3rd land here. Sick. And if this had been Sulfur Falls, it would be tapped here and we'd die. But because it's this one, we have a shot. Yeah, I should probably cut the Sulfur Falls for 2 more of these. I coward split them 2-2, but this is almost assuredly much better. The problem is this collected company probably kills us here. Stumbled a little bit too much. There's no collected company! Opponent actually unlucky instead of having their best possible card! Chat! I'm so excited! I don't know what to do with my hands! Goodbye, friends. Or do they draw it this turn? Wow, they had to have just drawn it, right? They have Skyclave Apparition in against us post-board. That's so good for us, chat. Oh, the Thalia kept them from casting it. Okay, right, chat. Sorry, I am a broken man who is used to living in a world of hate cards from 2021. Symmetrical hate cards throw me for a loop on occasion. I think I'm supposed to do this. I'm gonna ditch Abrade plus Shark Typhoon here, I think. Yeah. They upgraded our 2/2 for us. They did kinda, didn't they? Alright, chat, this one's for you. I know it's what you at home want, so. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Do 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 do. Hand. Library. Exile. Yeah, if we were playing in paper, I'd flip my hand over at this point and just be like, we're done here, right? Although, honestly, that play might have been wrong. It's probably better to just untap and Lava Coil it on my turn. If there was a show hand button, I'd probably push it on accident all the time. Mood. Mood. See, chat, you just gotta play the busted control cards yourself. Alright, let's do one more. Let's do one more match with this deck. And we'll call Christy down for our HelloFresh showcase, and then we'll play some Brawl. Thanks for the follow, Gengar. Gengar, what a great username. If you partake in the Pokemon Unites, you have a Pokemon name. We're going to play some of that later today. If you haven't tried that game yet, it's a great new game in the Pokemon IP. I have a great YouTube channel that posts highlights every day of the week for that stuff. Pokemon Unite is my new gaming addiction from 2021. Abrade, thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. Okie lucky. Thanks for re-upping. Appreciate the prime. How long is my code for HelloFresh good for? That's a good question. At least another week. And this is the food deck. I might take a mulligan. Okay, sweet. We'll play the match a bit. If this was the food deck, I was gonna take a mulligan on our third match, but yeah, this should definitely just be the two slow lands. Kenna is excellent. Cannot recommend enough if you enjoy third-person combat and story games. I don't know, Potter. Click the link and see if the discount appears for your order, would be my suggestion. Yeah, probably auras. Could be like a Jeskai tempo deck too, though. But probably auras. I'm gonna take the Brazen Borrower, assuming there are auras here. Put the Unholy Heat back in my deck. Got new insurance and had to play the game of, can I still see my same doctor or do I need to get a new one? Yep. Yep. It's fine. We hit the card type with our Surveil here, which is what we were going for. When it just started applying pressure. Need to be hammering their life total while we disrupt them with something like Borrower. Yeah, Hushbringer is not particularly amazing against us. My dog heard Selfless Savior and barked back. That's great. This can only take things that cost one shit. Well, so far, the only matchups we've played in Historic today have been control decks, food, and auras. It's been quite the morning. Oh, we didn't play the scroll combo deck. That's fair. That's fair, chat. Yeah, our second deck today is gonna be Brawl. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards this becoming an all Brawl stream for Magic until we get balance changes somewhere. Gaining control of the cartouche doesn't do anything. It doesn't change the creature that it's attached to. I am not expecting balance changes until like middle to end of January because of the holidays. Hello, T. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. The drink did have first strike. Don't look at gift horse in the mouth, chat. Alright, if we don't die this turn, and we draw an Expressive Iteration or Archmage's Charm next turn, we might have a chance. Maybe. Yeah, Alchemy has become a bunch of control decks for the most part as well. Their attacking and blocking isn't really good in any of Magic's current formats on Arena. So you're saying there's a chance. Hand. Library Exile. Yeah, I love attacking and blocking too. It's big sad. We played 10 Brawl matches yesterday and every deck played Islands. Yikes. You hate to hear it. Oof. We really need to be able to keep chaining spells together here to have a chance. Because the problem is, like, every enchantment my opponent casting draws 3 cards, right? There's a good chance we're dead here. We really needed this Expressive Iteration to draw us another Expressive Iteration or Source of Card Advantage. We really need to, like, hit a critical mass and start snowballing. Currently nowhere near doing that. This technically kills it, right? Let me just mouse over the eye really quick to confirm. All right, yeah, this is dead, assuming they don't have another blessing. They could have another blessing, though, is the problem. I think I have to take this risk. Okay. Fill them out, maybe. Okay. 30 cards. Excuse me? Excuse me? You know what? You just don't. We take those, okay? We take them. Yes. I have bested my opponent in a game of magical cards, chat. Would I rather have Archmage's Charm or Chandra? I think it's Chandra, right? I just want to, like, kill actually everything they play for the entirety of the game. Just all Doomblades on deck, click submit. No Anger of the Gods. So Anger kills our threats as well, and we need to be pressuring them while we kill their stuff. And Anger's also kind of slow here. Like our DL2s and 3s need to happen like before their auras happen. Like even like a single aura gets a lot of their stuff out of range of like a DL3. So the mana cost on Anger is also a consideration. Did my opponent just like walk up? Maybe they conceded because they did have something come up. Feels like they might have noped out. They're taking the entirety of their allotted sideboarding time. Could be a real life thing happened. I would play Snapcaster Mage in this deck. Goblin Dark Dwellers is not good though. Yes, I believe our opponent has noped out. Maybe they forgot they were playing best of 3. They're at work and their boss walked in. Yeah, it's gonna be my last one with this deck. The boss is just disappointed. They were playing the Aura's deck, right? Yeah, the fact that we have to wait like almost 5 minutes when they leave is awkward. I feel like if you time out during sideboarding, it probably should just drop you from the match. If you're not taking game actions. So overall, this deck was super reasonable again, and it kind of performed exactly up to expectations. We got thoroughly dumpstered by the food deck, but I kind of expected that to be a thing that was going to happen to us. But we're very strong into the control matchups, and we're fine to maybe even a little good against creature decks, especially post-board once you have these cards. Oh, you know what? The Magma Spray should be the other card. What's the new card called? The deal 2? Flame Blessed Bolt? Is strictly better. It's a Magma Spray that hits planeswalkers in addition to creatures. Let's make that change too before we post the deck list. So yeah, these were better than Sulfur Falls. These were better than Magma Sprays. So all right.